Hello, folks, and welcome back to another epic episode of Tommy Live. And the topic we are talking about today is David Dobrik. Now, David Dobrik is one of those YouTubers that is, I think, entertaining. You know, every one of his vlogs just has me dying. But apparently now, Dobrik has come out with this new show where it's about dodgeball, and you have to run across the course without getting, hit by balls. And it's comically hilarious, I would say. And the first episode aired on my birthday, but I didn't get to watch it. I got to see like a couple seconds of it as I was at my party, and I went upstairs and I was hanging out with Crystal, and like we were upstairs just chilling and talking. We passed by a TV screen and it was up there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's Dobrik's show. And I just blew my mind, and I knew that I was like, dang it! Of all the days for it to go for this show to air, be on my birthday, and him being one of my favorite YouTubers, and I just blew my mind. But it's. I gotta say that I think that the show is interesting. It's it's entertaining. For what I could see, and I've been watching Dobrik's TikTok and his Instagram, and he had his friends. He puts his friends through hell, and it's really funny to watch him do this to them. And like his friend, she runs across the course, and before she could even get onto the course, the ball just like nails her in the face, and she hits it. Of course, David is apologizing and laughing at the same time, and it's just funny to watch this happen. And there was apparently there was like a really fancy TikToker on there, a rich TikToker on there. Also, he was the guy that was pink. He was all pink and had the blonde hair, but he got through the course easily. He was very coordinated and got through the course. But it's interesting to see how big companies will take YouTubers and make them into like a host or something like that. And Dobrik already is a host. He's been hosting I think some entertainment show where he's a judge on there, and on Nickelodeon, like that's the biggest thing he's been hooked on. And he's been friends with Josh Peck, from Drake and Josh. If you didn't know Drake and Josh, that was a show in the late 90s, late 2000s, where the odd brother moves in. He's overweight, and the other brother's like really handsome and thin, but you don't know which direction it's gonna go. They don't like each other, but they do like each other. So it's like back and forth. It's like they like each other. Some episodes they hate each other. It's like, oh, they're fine. They work at the same job. They work at a movie theater. And relatively, Dobrik pushes Josh Peck into his vlogs, all the time. And, there's been a back and forth right now. There was an incident in the vlog squad, and I don't know if this is true or not, but so the deal is that Trisha Paytas, as you know, I have a humongous crush on her. Trisha Paytas was a part of the vlog squad back in the day. And apparently what happened is that Trisha Paytas does pain pills, pain medication, has been taking pain medication, as I have been hearing. And she was having an issue with it, and apparently she was going into rehab. But apparently David heard about this, and he didn't like it. So he told Jason to break it off with Trisha because of this, and because he didn't want that attached to the vlog squad, even though Trisha is very, she's a wild card. She's gorgeous, but she is a wild card. Trisha Paytas, I will admit, is, Trisha Paytas could be a drama queen at times, and even Keemstar has had his bouts with her, he he's definitely gone toe to toe with her, and apparently he wanted to interview Trisha Paytas this past week. So I mentioned that she should give me a belated happy birthday. You know, both Trisha Paytas and David Dobrik did not wish me a happy birthday, just to give you a heads up about that. One YouTuber, a bunch of YouTubers came to me, my audience came to me, but they wished me happy birthday, and many other YouTubers, but one particular YouTuber that I want to throw out here is Harley Morenstein from Epic Mealtime. Fortunately, here's the thing. I jumped in his DMs. I said, Harley, would you wish me a happy birthday today? Today's my 30th. And that night, I don't know what time he had done it, but that night, I was in the car with Crystal. I opened up my Facebook, and I saw something from Harley, and I'm like, and I watched it, and it was a happy birthday message, and Harley was being Harley and talking about my anatomy. That's Harley. I think it's hilarious that he does that, and it's really made me tear up. Like, it really made me tear up that a guy like that, it has over 7 million subscribers, went out of his way to make a Instagram video, which I downloaded that video and I uploaded it to my TikTok and I uploaded it to my Instagram because I was so happy that he did that. And I appreciate, and as I say this again, I appreciate everyone that made a birthday message, that tweeted at me and wished me a happy 30th. I really do appreciate everybody that reaches out to me. But back onto the topic, Dobrik is, I think that I'm going to watch this, I'm going to find out when this show airs, and I'm going to watch more of it. I know it's like a relay show where he has to, you have to run across there and not get hit by balls. And if you get hit in the face with a ball, you lose. It's shows like that are really simple. These shows, they record it back to back. But I'm surprised, since the pandemic, I'm surprising that they are actually filming right now. And it just really shocks me sometimes that during these times that they are doing this. I'm just tweeting out the show right now. Tag. And you're happy and you know it. Tag your friends. You're happy and you know it. Tag your friends. And you're happy and you know it. And you really want to show it. And you're happy and you know it. Tag your friends. And you're happy and you know it, tag your friends. And you're happy and you know it, tag your friends. And you're happy and you know it, too. And you're happy and you know it, tag your friends. And you're happy and you know it, tag your friends. Come and check out the show right now, tag your friends. I just tweeted that. I was just singing. I just sang that into the tweet. I don't know why I did that, but I want to thank my friend Ken for making these 2 PMGs. Like, that's the reason why I have this, because my friend Ken made these PMGs for me. He was supposed to come on with me tonight, but he wanted to do a show tonight, but I don't know what happened to him, and I messaged him. He never got back to me, and of course it's like midnight right now, so he's probably already asleep. I tagged him also. I tagged Ken also, and I was gonna do a show, but I don't know who would do a show with me right now at last moment like this, And I could go through Skype. I am not gonna call a certain person. I'm gonna commit myself to not doing that, because I don't want to disturb. We got a super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that $1.99. Thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. It means a lot. Trying to think, who should I call? I have a big list here of people I could call. and you're feeling good tonight. Can you feel it? Can you see it? I don't know where I'm going with this. Looking in the horizon. I love you. Thank you for the super chat. The $2.99. $2.99. I look at you. You look at me. And I never let go of you tonight. Never let go of you. Try to give somebody a call. They're not even online right now. But I'm going to try to get a hold of him. Dreaming about you. Oh, we got another super chat. Thank you so much. $1.99, and they're using the thumbnail from my crying video, from the Leafy video. Oh, that person didn't answer. Thank you so much for the $1.99. Not much. It would be cool if somebody, like a big YouTuber, called in my show tonight. That'd be cool, but that probably is not going to happen. It would be unique, unique. Okay, everybody. I mean, so I'm gonna address the topic about Leafy. I heard that Leafy was terminated, and and I'm a big part of Leafy's background. So I'm going to be subtle about this, but then also I'm going to be cruel. I said this on somebody else's show today, and I'm sorry, Leafy, you lost your channel. But since I'm a WWE fan should know this. Na 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 na. Hey hey hey, goodbye. As I said. Sorry, Leafy. I'm sorry that happened to you, but in the WWE's terms, na 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 na. Hey hey hey, goodbye, Leafy. So, folks, Leafy is like a cat. He lands on his feet. Okay, like that's how it's gonna go for Leafy. Leafy is a millionaire. Like Leafy doesn't have to worry. He has made lots of money, folks. So I know he's gonna go to Storyfire. Leafy, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I went over to Storyfire and Leafy is blowing up on Storyfire. Follow Leafy on Storyfire because that's where Leafy's going. I don't know when he's gonna start uploading content, but that's where he's going. Keemstar can even tell you that. And Keemstar is probably rubbing his bald head right now, probably watching reading some Women's Digest or something like that, or, whatever he does, scratching his balls or something on his feet, doing whatever he does, like, that's just Keemstar. Whatever he does, he's probably just... I guarantee you that when he looks on his Twitter, it's just blue check mark, blue check mark, blue check mark. I want you, blue check mark, come to me, blue check mark. I need you. Thank you for the $1.99 donation. Blue check mark. Come to me. Blue check mark. I love you. Blue check mark. I wanna hold you in my arms tonight. Blue check mark. I dream of you on my Twitter, Instagram. blue check mark. I dream of you, blue check mark. I dream of you, fantasize about you every day, blue check mark. I want you, you want me. Let's make this a happy family. Blue check mark. I love you, you love me. Blue check mark. Oh, I wonder why I can't get you. They rejected my form for my blue check mark. And I need you, you need me. Wonder why. Where are you, blue check mark? I need you, blue check mark. Sorry if I just killed your ears there, but that's how I feel deep down, that I want my blue check mark. I just want to cuddle with my blue check mark. I just want to feel my blue check mark. I want to stare into the eyes like how I would stare into Trisha Paytas and make massive love with her. That's what I want to do to my blue check mark. Honest to God. Oh, we got $20. Thank you so much. Thank you. $1.90. Wait a minute. Thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate that. If I'm trying to think what I don't know what I could sing of exactly, but I just feel good tonight. I don't know why I feel good. I just came home. I watched Monday Night Raw at my friend Mitch's house. We watched it at his place. I hung out with my friend Bobby. He's the gentleman that lives out of his car, and the guy right now, he's been living at a hotel. I'm not going to say what hotel he's living at right now, but he's been living there in his hotel room. He's been doing well, and, he gets by. He has a hard time getting by. I don't know when Crystal's going to come back, really. Crystal is a busy lady, and I don't know. I'm going to try to beg her to do a New Year's live stream. I would love to. I want to do that with her. Like, I want to make if she's busy, really busy of doing, like if she's working and stuff like that, I really want to get her, just to do the live stream with me and, just try to do that and just try to cope with this and go along with whatever I can do, It's just how it is. And I guess that in a sense of mind, I just try to do the best I can. And I appreciate all of you that come on here. It means a lot to me. And everybody that is just here, my members, my patrons. By the way, folks, I'm working on soon to getting a Tommy Talks out soon. We have back-to-back content. Tommy Vlog 122. I'm working on that. Putting that together soon. William is responsible for that. He'll be taking care of that. And we'll be getting that content out to you soon. The patrons and the members will get those videos at the same time. I'll try to get those to the patrons and the members. And if you want to become a Tommy NC 2010 member, you're welcome to. I do appreciate everybody that is supporting me, and I appreciate everybody out there that is my friend. And just remember to stay positive. And all I ask is one thing, and that is the one thing is please keep my dad in your thoughts. He just got his bone marrow biopsy, and he's doing okay. But please keep him. If you are religious, please keep him in your prayers. He is fighting that right now. He's doing well. He's recovering, and It's as much as information I can tell you. He's been doing the best he can, and during these negative times, and I miss him a lot. I really do miss my father. I miss my mother also. I don't get to see her every day. Fortunately, she's not living with us right now. They're up at the hospital, so I don't get to see them a lot. I can't really come in contact with them because of COVID, and all, not just COVID, but germs and stuff like that. And I'm just watching here. I'm watching the chat to see who is in the chat. And if I had somebody to read it here, I would. I'm going to see who else I can call on Skype. I would call somebody, but thank you so much for the $2.99 donation. Thank you. We'll call this gentleman right here. I don't know if this person's going to answer or not. It might be too late for him. Yeah, it's too late for him. I would love to call that one person, but I can't. I don't want to disturb him. Trying to figure out who I should call. I want to keep the show going. Let's see if we can call this person. Oh, excuse me. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. That means so much. Thank you. My heart flutters when you do that. That's a flutters in a good reason, a positive way, not a negative way. I'm not having a heart attack. Don't worry. Wonder if, wow, thank you so much for the 99-cent donation. Wonder if let me ask him. Wow, thank you so much for the $1.99 donation. Hold on. Let's see what happens here. I know that this person's probably busy. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna try to get somebody on here. And I know it's last moment, but I need a host tonight. I need somebody to come do the show with me. If this person says no, let's see if he calls me. Let's see if he jumps on Skype. Come on, please, man. Jump on Skype. KKK. Well, hopefully. Well, he's... Call? Okay, folks. Here we go. Hey, what's up, man? How are you doing? Sorry to have this last moment. I needed somebody to bounce off of, you know?
Yeah, I feel that. No problem, man. I can only stay for like 40, maybe like 30 minutes though.
What are you up to? What are you balancing right now in the morning and noon night podcast?
Work. Just normal work.
Just normal work.
Just yeah. We've been keeping up to date with morning to night and podcast stuff and everything like that. But just in general, it's just been a busy time for me. Just working on different things right now, and it's like, it is what it is. Back to the grind. Back to the grind,
Oh, really? You been watching WWE at all lately?
No, I haven't kept track at all. Like sometimes I tune in for AEW, but no, I haven't.
Oh,
Mike's kept informed here and there, but I was like, I'm not. What's it been happening?
well, they have this new thing called Thunderdome, and it's this digital thing where basically all the fans can like watch. Oh, and get this. You know what somebody did?
What?
Somebody edited their picture and put in a picture of Chris Benoit in the audience.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
somebody did that. I don't know. They
why?
they apparently spotted it and tweeted it out. Like, and people are doing this crap.
I saw the teaser video and it just seems so stupid. It's like, okay, AEW is like being really creative with it. They did like the football field match and it was absolutely incredible. And me and Mike keep talking about these matches that they can do since they don't have an audience. Like we can do just like we were talking about like a drive-in match where you like throw someone against like a movie screen or something. I'm like, that would be so cool. It's like all these neat ideas, and then it's like WWE's like, let's just do more of the same, just worse.
Well, I think AEW is going in a positive direction, even though they're not making much money right now. And WWE is hemorrhaging. Also, they just built themselves a big dome of this imaginal proportion. And can you imagine how much it is right now for that bandwidth to stream everybody's face, to do FaceTime full time during a show like that?
That's dumb to me. Like, I mean, yeah, it kind of works, but it's like, what's the point?
Oh my gosh, there's gonna be
okay. Say I'm in a seat and I'm like in the far back and I'm streaming that, and then it's like it's so glitchy. It's like I just rather watch it on TV then.
I tell you what, there's gonna be floating screens where people can watch the match and going, oh, and they can comment on it, and they have to donate money just to say something to the wrestlers while they're, you suck. What'd you say? Come here. And it flies off. Like, you could say a smart aleck comment to the wrestler as they're wrestling and distract them. Hey, wrestler, I love you. La la la. Ooh, thank you.
It seems so bizarre to me. It's like, I mean, on one hand, I get it. Like, I get like, oh, we're in the future and everything's so digital, but still, like, nothing beats just like well done fights and everything. Like these gimmicky crap. Like, do we really need it? Do we really need it?
Do we I don't really think we.
I don't. there's creative ways to work through the coronavirus. I don't think we need to do this gimmicky crap where it's like super dumb. Like literally the NXT, they just took it to a football stadium and instantly it was more interesting. There was just 10 times like more stuff to do there, and it was just great. You
Well,
know,
look who's running. Look who's running NXT. Like that's basically what is it? Triple H running NXT. He's the one running the big show, and like he's pulling levers right and left, and he is doing an amazing job at running NXT right now.
yeah, definitely. And it's just like, I don't know. It's an interesting, like what they keep doing with it, and it's they just need new management at WWE.
Yeah, you're telling me they need new management. Like Vince McMahon needs to be retired and put out to pasture.
Yeah.
Poor Vince. For the alfalfa, for the rabbits, and I get the tender rabbits. You know?
Yeah.
Lenny from Mice and
Did
Men.
did you see any of the DC fandom this weekend? Any of the
Oh,
trailer?
yes, for, what was it, Black Adam?
Yeah, they had Black Adam, the new Suicide Squad, and
Now
Batman.
I couldn't tell the difference between the trailer for the Suicide Squad that had for the video game that's coming out in 2022 or the Suicide Squad that's coming out later movie. Like apparently
Yeah, it was confusing. But the trailer, the one with the James Gunn one, I have high hopes for. But I thought the Batman trailer looked pretty fun. Like I had some high hopes for that too.
oh
Um,
yes, like that one. Who is the villain? Can you explain to me who the villain is?
it's Riddler. That's why they have the clues and everything. They don't show him, but it's his voice the whole time.
Oh,
It's gonna be
it's
a
Riddler.
mystery.
Who's playing the Riddler?
I forgot his name. 1 second.
Yeah, and that's what happens when you. That's what happens when you pick a no one to play the Riddler, and everybody's been wanting.
No one. It's good to have a no one if they can do the part well. Like his name's Paul Dano. He's not a no one.
You
He's
don't
been
want
in.
Johnny Depp playing the Riddler. He would be a funny Riddler.
I mean, yes, but they're going for like a very edgy, very realistic kind of universe.
Yeah, he
Like,
breaks a guy's skull open like he's crack, crack, crack. Oh, your vengeance! And I'm like, this is not.
Colin,
This is not
Colin
Twilight
Farrell's in the
Sparkle,
it's
by
like,
the way. Like
no,
this
of
is.
course. Colin Farrell's in the movie, and like he's oh my gosh, I didn't even notice him at first. I had to rewind the trailer and look at it, and the makeup is so good, you can't even notice it's the same guy. And I'm like, this is just cool. So like, take it from someone. I've written 3 different Batman fan films, like 2 of which I've actually filmed. The one I didn't get to finish. Um, just having a street level Batman like that's just like very enjoyable,
This
very
movie's gonna be rated R. Am I right?
maybe. I mean, either way, it just seems like they're going in a new direction, and I'm like, I've needed that for a while. Like I
Now,
didn't really have
what I
respect as
understand.
much
Oh,
as Batman v
sorry.
Superman.
What I
No, that's all.
what I understand about the Batman's uniform is the bat logo on his chest is actually the steel from the metal that murdered his parents.
That's what people have been saying, and I think that's a cool new idea. I wasn't a big fan of the logo at first, but I was like, new direction's a new direction, and for as much praise that Christopher Nolan gets, he's like, it's the prettiest Batman, it's the most realistic Batman. It's like, it's still not, it's still
Sorry about that.
big budget. Like, no, you're fine. It's still not big. It's still big budget Batman. It's like seeing this kind of very street level Batman actually unfold a mystery. It's like I've kind of wanted that for a while.
I just
I
don't
want,
want to. I'm just sick and tired of seeing over and over again Martha and Bruce Wayne
yeah.
getting
Well, that's
shot.
a good. Well, that's a good thing. This one's not even going to explore his origin. Like that's not going to happen again.
Like,
They
oh my
said it's
gosh, how many times do we have to see those pearls get ripped off, or them get
yeah,
stuck
even
in the gun and get ripped off she's getting shot and they both violently get shot. Like, I don't need to see that. I've seen the Waynes
even
get massacred over and over again in every film.
you've even found a way to shoehorn it into the Joker also, where like you see it again in that film. It's like,
Yeah, like I was like, I love Joker. I would love to see. I wish they would take Joaquin's Joker and put him into this series of Joker, this
well,
series of Batman.
is at this rate, that version of Joker would be really old. Like he's in his 30s when he's in the 80s, and then you have a young Bruce Wayne. Like he'd be pretty old. I don't know. They were saying Johnny Depp might be the Joker in this one, and I would be fine with that.
Really, Johnny? Oh, come on! Really, come on!
Oh,
Like,
so let's Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp's a good actor, but I don't know if he's ready for the entity that is the Joker. You know,
Well,
I
they said that Joaquin Phoenix. Like, what did Joaquin Phoenix do? He did like Brokeback Mountain, Brother Bear, and like that's pretty much it. That's all anyone known him for. You know,
He's done a lot of
if it,
other movies too. You know, he's done some other good movies that he really buried himself into the roles, and he played in Walk Hard. You know, he like the Johnny Cash story. You know, he's
oh
been
yeah.
there's
Now
been
I'm
a
getting. No. You're right. I'm getting confused with Heath Ledger.
yeah.
Heath Ledger was the one in Brokeback Mountain and everything, and he wasn't really known as a big actor, but he really blew it away with his version of Joker. I don't know. I think he can do justice to it if it's done right.
Yeah, you know, Phoenix definitely has a long resume of movies. Actually, it's interesting. Joker is the first movie to get him an Oscar, give him an Oscar for
Hmm.
Best Actor. I think
Yeah,
that
he was also in Her also, but he didn't. I don't think he got an Oscar for
no,
that.
he's been missing out. Like, I watched the Oscars this year, I watched the Oscars for 2019 to see Phoenix get his Oscar because he deserved that.
Imagine what the Oscars are going to be like next year.
Oh my gosh! Like there is no movies coming. There are no movies coming out at all this year.
Sonic the Hedgehog is going to
Yeah,
get all.
for best animated picture, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Jim Carrey's like, yes, 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 yes. For best villain
Everything.
in a video game movie, Jim Carrey.
That would be insane.
You get a picture, you get a painting, you get a painting. The who, the her.
I can imagine that. That'd be funny.
Oh my gosh! And then Jim Carrey bending over and talking with his butt. Everybody want to make a stink?
I think Jim Carrey's a really good actor,
He
but
is.
at the same
He's
time, he's
58
kind of
right now.
insane.
You know that?
He's what?
Jim Carrey is 58.
That's insane.
Yes.
Like I don't.
He
I'm
was.
thinking the age.
He was 30. He was 32 when he shot the first. What was it? Ace Ventura: Pet Detective when he did that movie. I learned this from TikTok. They did an age rank on Jim Carrey through what movies he's been through to tell you how old he was. And here in 2020,
Have you seen
what?
what?
What'd you
I was
say?
just saying. Have you seen there's two of his films, like one I really like and one I don't like. I really like him in specifically The Truman Show, but I'm not a big fan of Man on the Moon. And everyone talks about it
I
like,
love
oh, it's
Man
so
on the
good.
Moon.
It's not. I couldn't get into it. I couldn't do it. It's something about it. It was just not for me. I love Andy Kaufman and I love Jim Carrey, but something about the film just didn't work for me.
Well, if you watch have you seen the documentary on Netflix, Andy and Jim?
Yeah, I've seen that. That I think I like that more than that movie, actually, because you get to see the behind the scenes and just how insane it got.
they actually threatened Jim Carrey and said, "Do not, we don't want anybody seeing this footage of." We don't want anybody seeing this footage because if anybody sees this footage, this will ruin the movie. And like they kept forcing, so these stuff wouldn't get released to the dailies that what he was doing on set. Production almost got shut down, but Jim Carrey had to cool it down because the day, what's his face came on, oh, did I say that? The persona of who. Andy Kaufman, his other character, Andy Kaufman, other character,
Yeah, I saw that whole doc. It's interesting because like I agree with method acting to an extent, but like to the point of being a jerk to other people, it's not worth it. And I don't get it like that or like what's his name? The guy who did Joker and Suicide Squad.
Stop! Sorry, ow. Are
you okay?
Yeah, my headphones came unplugged, and if my headphones come unplugged, I can't hear anything.
Yeah,
I am the night. I am the night. I am vengeance. I am Batman.
Who was that guy? I forgot the guy who was the Joker in Suicide Squad. Whatever his name, and him. All the stuff he did on set, all to be like a really crappy character in a version of Joker.
And then the studio punishes him. The studio punishes him, which they didn't technically punish him. They punished us. They punished the fans for his mistakes. They punished the fans because they pushed this whole entire movie saying, it's a Joker movie. It's a Joker movie with the Joker with the Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad's going to fight the Joker. And like you're like, yay! Damaged? Damaged?
Yeah.
Oh, did you write with crayon on your face, Joker?
Joaquin Phoenix and Jared Leto, not Jared Leto. Now I'm forgetting name. Heath Ledger and Joaquin Phoenix. They got into their role, but they didn't, harass people in the process.
No, let me tell you something. If Joaquin Phoenix Joker went up against Jared Leto's Joker, like he may have a revolver, but honestly, he would shoot like Jared Leto's Joker in the head, straight up. Like he would just.
That's if you believe that he actually did that, because there's a lot of theories that basically the Joker in that movie didn't do anything.
Yeah, there's it's inside of Arthur's head, like. And there's a lot of theories. If you look at, there's a theory. If you look at like the clock, it's the same time in the therapist's office, and it's the same time in when you see him bashing his head against the door.
Did I tell you? I wrote before the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie. I kind of changed it around after I saw it. I wrote my own Batman film with my own version of Joker, where we show the Red Hood and we show his transformation and everything, but then you get like 3 different versions of the Joker in one film. Like he doesn't know who he is, and like it's this whole evolution of him becoming Joker and then fighting Batman finally. And writing it was just a really interesting character study to be like, what is the plight of a character who doesn't know who he is, like that. I feel like that version of Joker's never been explored and still hasn't been done, where it's like, all right, you don't know what the truth is. You don't know who you are. You don't know what to believe. Where does the line exist?
I have one.
Yeah.
Mine is where basically it's the origin story of the Joker, and it's his history. It's his great grandfather, and where the Joker character comes from technically, and it's kind of like played in the Western days. And actually, Batman is in this, but he's like more of a Western kind of cowboy look, and he becomes this. He's a sheriff of this town. And I didn't mean to interrupt you. I apologize if I interrupted.
No, you're fine. I didn't have anything else to really say.
Right. But mine is like this Western theory that he's a sheriff of this town and he's marrying this woman, and there's a villain in the town that loves this woman also, and he wants to sweep her off her feet. And take her away from him. So the bad guy shows up the day of the wedding day of the sheriff, and he kills the wife, and he shoots the sheriff and wounds him, and they set the church on fire. Well, at that point, they leave, and a witch doctor shows up as the church is burning down, and he grabs the sheriff's body, and he hauls off the sheriff, but leaves the wife to burn inside the hospital. And he does a bunch of his work and all his stuff, and he revives him. But when he revives him, something changes about the sheriff. His eyes turn red, and he just gets this grin on his face. And one thing I didn't tell you was he got shot, and the bullet grazed his face, making a smirk on his face. And the doctor sewed his face up, so it's like a scar. It's like this gnarled bullet wound scar. And, he looks around, and he takes the gun out of his holster and sticks it to the doctor's neck and shoots him, kills him right there, and he just starts laughing. And, he starts, just trying to figure out his identity, and he hunts down the bad guy. Normally it takes it forever, but he actually locates he gets his whole wardrobe going, and he actually locates the whole synopsis is that he locates the bad guy that he ruined his life and changed him. He paints his face up, and he ends up stabbing a Joker card, and he's like, "You could just call me this." And he guns down the bad guy, and then turns out Joker builds up this gigantic empire in the West, and Batman pops up, and he wears a cape and a Zorro kind of look, but he has this Western style Batman look. He has the Batmobile, but it's like a horse and buggy with one horse that has a bunch of gizmos on it, and his whole entire gizmos are black. Like the whole entire thing is black, and he rides out in a cloud of smoke. Every single time he rides it, it's like the wagon's on fire, and the whole idea is that Joker is becoming this legend, and towards the end of it, the Joker ends up, he ends up wanting to retire, and his people want to set him up, and the Batman's after him also. He's been, they called the Bat Cowboy, they call him, and he is chasing the Joker also, trying to get after him, and Joker's getting old, but he wants to leave the West and retire, but that's not going to happen because there's this big train track heading up to New York, and before he can even escape, Joker ends up dying. So it's...
That's interesting. Have you heard of the Flashpoint version of Batman and Joker?
Where they're in Japan, there's
No. It's basically Bruce. It's an alternate reality where Bruce Wayne ends up being shot, and Martha.
I saw that. Martha is the Joker, and the father is Batman. He becomes Batman.
Yeah. I always thought that was an interesting concept, because that builds on the trauma, and you get a way more personal version of each character, but at the same time, it's they're very, very, very different. I don't know. I like alternate universe stuff and all that, but at the same time, it's, I don't know. So some are interesting, some are I don't know how to express it.
What do you think about this as a title for my movie, Western Laugh, the Western Laugh, or the Western Joke?
Well, mine was going to be I didn't want to do Joker because obviously that's been done. So my whole thing was titling them after different villains. So it was going to be based off the old timey film that Joker is based off of. It was going to be The Man Who Laughs, which is another good one because that also sounds like The Man with No Name, another Western kind of thing. So I would look up Western films and see what other titles they have too, because Westerns are always they always have fun titles.
Did you know that the Joker was actually created from the creator of DC Comics? He saw a silent film. It's called The Man That Smiles.
The Man Who Laughs.
The Man Who Laughs. Yes.
Referencing. Yeah, that's the one I was referencing. It is based off that, and that's what I was I was gonna use that as the title for my other film if I was able to make it, but I just never got around to doing it. It seemed too much, and I just didn't have the time.
What about
And
this? The
just
myth, of because Joker is a myth of who he is, and even his own destiny is flaunted by the fact that he's an insane maniac and that he runs everything the way he runs it. And at the moment of his high life, he is dragged down by what is it?
yeah.
A train car. Like he falls into a riverbed and the train car lands on top of him, but the door opens up and lands on top of him and pulls him down and drowns him inside. And as he's dying, he just sits. I'm just gonna laugh. And as he's
Myth
drowned,
seems like an interesting title.
the legend, yes,
The legend.
Batman is in there, but he even after the Joker in the story, after the Joker allegedly dies in the train wreck, Batman hangs up his cape and cowl, like he hangs up his hood and his jacket and guns. He in this Batman actually kills. He uses a revolver and shoots the bad guys, and he tries to kill Joker at one point. He gives him a limp in the movie, and that's why Joker gets very slow in the storyline, because they have so many fights together.
That's an interesting concept. I mean, like, I think a lot of the ideas have to be developed more, like written out. But I like it.
It is, and technically, Joker is so insane in the storyline that he's very advanced, and he makes all these technical gizmos that are like very technological. And it's like Wild Wild West mixed with the Batman. And Joker's very smart, and he has all sorts of gizmos where knives shoot out of his hand. And at one point, he has.
Tommy, I think you muted yourself.
Oh, my bad.
You're
Oops.
fine.
But as I was saying that technically he has like a gizmo that's a bomb hand. And he grabs onto Batman one time, and it grips onto him, and he's like, "What the hell?" And he yanks off, and then he's like, "Well, toodles, Batman, toodles, Bat Freak, you're gonna blow up in 10 seconds." And of course, Batman figures out a way and rips off. He's like, "Oh, so you are a man, are you?" And the one thing about this Batman is he paints his face. Like, he doesn't have like a tan face. He actually has black makeup on his face, covering up his face with his look. And so he rips off his glove and throws the glove away. And he's like, "Oh, so you're not some kind of monstrous freak. You're actually a man." Now it's time to cut that man and see what he bleeds. Something like that.
Very interesting.
Huh?
I had an idea for like a full reboot of Batman as a character, and to make him like actually his suit more animalistic and like closer to a bat. Because I'm just gonna be honest, like Batman's cool, and it's like cool that he's like, "Oh, I'm in the night and you can't really see me. He's in the shadows," but he's not like really. I know this is gonna get a lot of heat, but he's not necessarily scary to the point of like, it's kind of outdated to see like a man like that come out of the darkness. It would be kind of out of nowhere and sudden, but it's not really.
Batman's not scary. Like, dude, you're seriously.
He can
like,
be okay. I'm just saying he
tell
can
me
be.
This,
scary.
like, okay,
I'm just saying the
can I give
suit
you a
is not
synopsis?
as.
Can I give you a synopsis real quickly?
Sure.
Let's say you have just gotten out of the bar and you gotta pee, and you're standing there and you're just like, "I just peed on a cat." And you're just sitting there, you're holding your bird, and you're sitting there, and all of a sudden this black figure pops up above you and says, "You're not supposed to be peeing in a lob, you're not supposed to be peeing outside," and you're just like,
I mean, yes, that is. I'm not denying. I do think Batman is scary. I'm just saying that like the classic style suit is like in a real world situation. It's been like we know what they look like. I would. The only thing I would think is scarier than that is something that actually looked like a bat and like instead of saying something to me, like just screeched, just absolutely like. at me. Like that would be way scarier to me.
So you're saying the man, instead of talking, he screeches?
Yes, he just screeches, and it's just scary. That's
What the
way
hell?
exactly.
He's a Batman. He's a freaking bat. No, he's a man. He's like, no, no, he's a bat. He screeched at me. He didn't even talk to me. And I can imagine him going home and being like, sir, how do you frighten these people? And she goes, and like,
No, no, he doesn't make the sound himself. It's like it's like submitted from a suit. You don't see his face or anything like the normal Batman suit. It's just a full metal, like all you see are like red eyes popping out and like a bat, kind of like animalistic metal
like a
suit.
robot, like a mech suit. Like he's in a mech suit. He's operating a mech suit. But it's
Hmm. Yeah,
fully
well,
black.
not really mech. Like kind of, it's just like metal-ish. I don't know how to describe it. I have it drawn, but basically, like I just think that like I'm trying to just think of what is another angle to have it because of course we gotta hit the classic suit. Of course, Batman has to be Batman to an extent. I'm just saying if it was like if the fans allowed it to be a little more different, like that's what I was thinking.
You know,
You know,
the thing is, when you think about the Joker and you think about Batman and the Joker, you think of that last fight, that last epic showdown between the two icons of DC, and the other epic fight. And my scenario is it's a rainy night and he just killed one of the Bat family, and he's on the top of a roof and it's raining, and he's looking around trying to figure out how to escape, and Batman shows up and he's just staring down the Joker, and the Joker's just like, so what is it, Bats? You gonna take me back to Arkham? No, not this time. And he's like, I thought you don't kill bats. He's like, not this time. I'm taking you down, Joker. And they get into this big fight, and he's like, well, I'm gonna give you an old slash there, Batman. See how you bleed. And they kind of go back and forth, and they're punching, and like it's this rigorous fight. And
Mhm.
at one point, the Joker grabs Batman's hood and he rips it off, and it kind of like rips off part of his mask. And the Joker's like, well, there is a man underneath there. Who are you? Who are you? Come on, take off the cowl.
Mhm.
I want to know who I'm fighting. And he's like, he takes it off and he's like, ha ha ha! Or he doesn't even care that it's Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
He's like, he even says, after he takes his cowl off, he's like, come on, Bats, show me what you got. And, it's just him beating the snot out of the Joker, and the Joker, like, pulling out his guns, and Batman just, with his anger, it's just this anger, and you just see thunder and lightning going off, and it's raining, and you don't even watch the fight. You're watching the lightning go off, and you see them fighting, like a bat and a man fighting each other, and finally he throws a punch and bam, and you hear and the Joker disappears, and Batman pulls out another cowl and puts it on him, and he doesn't know if is the Joker dead
Mhm.
or is he alive.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
It would be
Yeah,
interesting to marvel at the fact that the Joker wouldn't make a big deal that Bruce Wayne is Batman. That he would just
yeah.
laugh it off and be like that the fact he's fighting a trust fund baby, that he's like, he could easily say, I'm fighting the most handsome man in Gotham, Bruce Wayne. I had to figure you do with all that money. And the Harley
You
show.
think the guy?
Oh.
You think the guy in the Batman trailer at the very end, the thug, looks like Doug Walker?
What?
He looks like Doug Walker to me.
Oh my.
I'll send you an image. You'll agree with me. I think he makes a cameo in the movie.
Doug Walker makes a cameo in the
I
Batman
don't think
movie.
it's actually him, but look at the image I sent to you. It's you'll agree.
Okay. Oh boy. You're telling me the one that gets his brains beat out of him and killed? That's Doug Walker?
Yeah, that's not actually him, but it looks exactly like Doug Walker to me.
Yes, I could see. I could. At first, I thought that was the Joker facing off against the Batman, but it was just some.
No, no, that would look weird if that was the version of Joker that we got.
Yes, that would be very weird.
I
He's
would,
bald headed and he just has a black smile with black eyes.
dude, just make it nostalgia critic. He's just a Joker. That'd be interesting.
Oh, did you see that video I sent you? That TikTok I posted out on Instagram of it's Doug Walker's clip and it's like Elmo and Grouch's world and he changes. He's like, "I will cut you." Bleep, bleep,
I
bleep,
saw that.
bleep,
That was fun.
bleep. That's why I love Doug Walker. Is he does stuff
Yeah,
like that in his reviews, which that's a kid's
it's
film.
funny. Yeah, yeah. I do see he's funny sometimes. I'm not. I don't deny it. I don't think he's the best critic sometimes. To me, I'm just nah.
I think he's a comic genius. Like that's my opinion of the
Yeah,
man.
that's fine. Yeah, he's nice. He's probably a nice guy. I never met him personally.
Well, I'll
You know.
probably end it here at 1. I'll probably end this
Yeah.
stream here at 1 because I know that you have to run off also. And
Yeah. I got works.
yeah, I'm off tomorrow. That's why I'm doing this late
Oh,
stream
that's
here.
cool.
I want to say thank you to everybody that has donated tonight, and I really do appreciate it. Who's in the chat? What are some of the comments in the chat?
So, someone was saying I think $100 would make Tommy's night. Um,
Yes, it would. It would make my night.
some people were
If
saying
somebody
they
put
should
it in
post
my
the show with you.
PayPal, if somebody dropped it in my PayPal, yes, $100 would make my night. Honestly, I would freak out. You know, I would do something. I don't know what I would do. What else is in the
Not a lot. It's been kind of a slow night. It was just the same guy saying, it's
being
um,
negative?
just talking in general. That's pretty much it. Those are the biggest ones. Someone donated a couple dollars, which is nice.
Which I appreciate everybody that donated tonight. Thank you.
Yeah, every penny counts.
Every bean counts. Every. By the way, what is your opinion on David Dobrik's new show?
I haven't seen it.
It's a dodgeball show where people have to run across a course, and if they beat the course, they'll win like $1,000. Yeah, that's
That
the
seems fun.
yeah. Except the balls are being flung at you like 100 miles per hour, and like you have to dodge them and like get through the course before the time is up, and you have balls getting flung at your face, and that's terrifying. You know.
Uh, yeah, it is, but it's also fun.
It's also fun to torture people. Yeah, there's so many shows
Like
like.
I would always prefer a dodgeball over a paintball any day.
uh, yeah, I don't know how David does it to how his friends put up with him shooting him with like he'll pull out his paintball gun and he'll shoot his friends in the leg and he gives them $100. I'll give you $100. I'll show up at any time and shoot you with a paintball gun. Ouch!
The money probably helps.
What?
The money probably helps.
Yeah, the money helps, really. So, as always, folks, thank you so much for watching. And this is one of my good friends from the Morning and Noon Night podcast. I am Tommy NC 2010. This is Tommy Live. Thank you for tuning in to another awesome and epic episode. I'm keeping you on the inside fact. Subscribe, support, stay positive.
Yeah, everyone.